Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine. Well, it's just Demi today. Jasmine is off gallivanting in God knows where with God knows who. Just kidding, I know both of those things. But it is time for your fire pit chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm not gonna get into any sponsors today just because I want to get into this episode. I'm so pumped to talk about it. There are so many things to talk about. Jasmine, unfortunately, didn't really take in the time zones changing, so we won't be hearing her little cute voice notes. We'll just be hearing Demi's thoughts. But sometimes without ears of Lana fans, which is this episode, I'm able to talk more freely. So last last night's episode on our podcast, we were talking about how we have a lot of influence with the FBI is definitely listening to this podcast because we're talking about Tom. Why do I always want to call him Tom? Spencer and his vibrator business. And I swear, open my email and I have an email from Lilo saying Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, is that not crazy, guys? Wow. The way I'm getting hurt from sometimes not wanting to be hurt. But anyway, we kick off the episode with Spencer in the shower, which of course I'm not mad at. And then they're all getting ready and we start the night and Ron brings Lana. I think they're sitting down and he says, I think I'm just going to like dead it. And she was like, don't say that if you're not going to actually follow through on that, which I totally get because I really hate when guys do that. Like, don't say anything. You're just telling me what I want to hear and you're not actually like following through on that. And so I totally understood that, which he obviously then doesn't do that. So it's like, what's the point in saying that? I hate when guys do that. But then Zara and Spencer talk, and nothing worth mentioning. So I'm just going to skip on to Tom and Ellie, which my girl looks great in blazer, inspired my blazer if you're watching on YouTube. And I really like the banter they have. I really find their chemistry easygoing. I think they really work. I think Tom is relaxed. There's no really drama. He's not trying to say the right thing. He's kind of just saying, which is when when you're around someone you're comfortable with. So I'm really shipping them. Honestly, I'm trying to find my girl Ellie a guy here. So I'm her biggest fan because it really doesn't seem like the girls in the villa are their fan, all are her fan. Is it just me or like am I getting the cold shoulder from everybody from her? It's not cool. And then the way that Tanyelle and Kai is talking about the moon or some shit, and Tanyelle is so unbothered and so uninterested in what he's saying. And honestly, I'm thinking that she's like, how long do I have to entertain this prick until the show is over? Like, and good for her. She's doing the least and staying in the villa. So she's playing the game right, I guess. And so then Shaq and Tanya go into the hideaway. Her outfit was really cute. And she's just so tiny and petite and very, very cute. And wow, that hideaway was so sick. The pool was so cool. I would love to go to the hideaway. And part of me would like love the hideaway, and then part of me would hate it because I would hate the obligation that the hideaway entails. But if I could just go to the hideaway for a night to myself, you know what? They should really do that. They should really give the hideaway out a night for an islander as like just like a little mental health break, a little self-care, a little time to yourself. Oh my God, can you imagine? I would go for a swim. I would shower without anybody looking at me. I would all that would be missing is a TV. And that would just be the perfect thing. I would have my sights aimed to go. That I'm not even butchering. I mean, I'm butchering that saying. But you get my point. I'm going straight for the hideaway and I'm going alone. I'm an independent woman. What can I say? And so then as the night is progressing, I think Zara's seeing Tom talk to Lana more. talk to Ellie more. And Zara's kind of sweating a little. She's definitely showing her insecurity. She's definitely, you can tell now that this cocky, cool personality is all up front. And now she's kind of sweating and she's getting nervous. And I think her true personality is showing. And to me, that's just kind of a sign of what it would be like dating her on the outside. I think she'd get mad at everything. It seems like if she doesn't have something her way, it's uncomfortable. It's being aware and she has no problem telling that. And there were a couple moments throughout the episode where I got that vibe. I don't know, she's not playing as cool and confident as she seemed she was when she came in as a bombshell. Now look who's getting bombshelled, Zara. Now you're on the other end of that. And so then Ron and Ellie start talking, and boy, did Ron not end that at all. Which, I do think they have good chat. I do think they have good chemistry. I have more thoughts later on for the episode, but right now, I'm glad he didn't end it. I don't think he should have. I think it's really early. Like, he has like 6 more weeks to go. He should really calm down because if he does make that decision, he's stuck in that decision, which is the point that Ellie was making. And so I'm glad that they didn't do that. Then Shaq and Tanya are in the hideaway, and I wish I could fast forward the way I'm crawling out of my skin watching. It's not just them, it would be anybody I'm watching. And then Zara and Tom finally go for the chat. Zara kind of again mentions, "Do you know how you're always ahead of me walking? And just be aware of that because I'm kind of always behind here." And that's just, you can tell again that this is how it would be on the outside. And I think it's starting to slowly show and she's starting to slowly unravel. And as we can see in on Sunday's episode, she's unraveling and it's not looking good. And I hate that because I've been that girl, we all have. And once you start unraveling, like, you will spiral out of control and you just almost turn the guy off and there's no turning back. So, oh man, I feel for her, but that's what's happening. And so then Ron and Lana are on the terrace, and Ron going back to Lana saying he's keeping the door open, and then Lana saying she's not going to be a part of a trio. And to me, I understand both sides. I understand where Lana's talking about, where they are kissing and hugging and being relationshipy type, but yeah, he still wants to get to know somebody. But also, it's been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and he should talk to other people. You should entertain other people. It's like Liberty and Jake. They they wasted almost like their whole time in the villa because they were stuck on each other too fast, and you knew Jake wasn't interested the whole time. And that's the vibe I'm getting from Ron. I think he's too worried about what he's being perceived as on the outside. And so I think that shook him because he wasn't. I'm proud of Lana for standing her ground, but I don't know about that situation. But as the night keeps going, I think I really can't even remember the rest of the night. But the next morning, and Ron and Ellie are talking outside. Ron's in that stupid freaking straw bucket hat. Will's in the cowboy hat. It's so funny. But the fact that Will can pull off a bucket hat better than Ron, oh my god. Like, you should be embarrassed, Ron. But Ellie and Ron go on the date. And so, oh my gosh, to me, Ron is saying that she's super flirty. I really am not getting that vibe. I'm really finding her to be. I don't know if we're not seeing it, but I'm really getting the vibe that she's very cool, calm, collected, to herself, telling it how it is. I think every point she's making about Lana and Ron is completely valid. I do think if Ron were to go back to Lana, like, he really couldn't, the door is closed. And do you want to make that decision at week 2? That was what the point Ellie was making. And I think everything that Ron went back to the guys with after the date, saying she just kept making digs at him and Lana, I just feel like it was all fake to make him look better and to go back to Lana, because that's what the world thinks that he should do. I don't think he's following himself. I think he's playing a game. And I truly do believe that if he gave Ellie a shot, they might have had worked, but he's too out in his head about how he's being perceived. Those are just my thoughts. And so then Spencer and Olivia go on a date. And if you listen to yesterday's episode with us, I said verbatim, if he puts his hair in a man bun, I'm going to freak out. And not only did the man wear a freaking man bun, but he wore jorts. Like, are you kidding me? Jean shorts rolled at the end. Come on. We were just hyping you up. We were just saying how hot you were on your Instagram, and now you're going to wear jorts and a man bun. I hate that. And then Love Island is really pushing this vibrator condom storyline, and it's making the guy look like such a perv, especially in this outfit. So it didn't shine a good light on him today, but I saw the Instagram, and that's really all I need to see. And so then I guess Ron comes back to the guys, talks about him. And you know what? Before the date, I think Ron was interested in Ellie, but then Shaq was saying, basically told Ron how he was being perceived. And I think that really changed his mind. Again, that's why I think this is not genuine. So then Ron ends it with Ellie, and which is fine, whatever, if that's the decision you want to make. Spencer chats to Lana, saying they're interested in getting to know each other. I think Lana is still just obsessed with Ron. I really think Lana's going to get her heart broken. It's a Liberty and Jake situation. And, Lana and Ron are up on the terrace. He's saying that he wants to get to back into their situation, and she's now a step back, which I don't believe, because then they start making out. So it's like, are you not into it, or are you just fell right back into it? So that's that with that. And then came the juicy game of truth or dare. This was so good. And so Olivia snogs the two guys that she thinks is most attracted to her. Tom and Spencer, could have called that. Spencer's turn, and he's asked to snog the three girls who he thinks is the sexiest in the villa. And first it's Tanya, then it's Lana, and then Olivia, which I thought was interesting. Tanya has to pick the guy, or Tanya, sorry, has to pick the guy who gives him, who gives her an egg, and she chooses Will, which I feel like anybody would, except for Jesse. Which, oh my god, I did see Jesse and him kiss, like, when they were getting ready in the changing room. That was so sweet. They're really cute. So then Ellie's turn, and she has to snog the fittest islander of the opposite sex and snogs Tom, which I like. Ellie also has to dance with the most boring, and she chooses Kai, which is no surprise there. And then this was juicy. Who is most likely to talk behind your back? And Spencer had to choose that, and he chooses Zara. And he was like, well, we've already seen this. Oh my god. That is so good. Love Island, you have done it again. You have given the people what they want and truly what we deserve. Lana goes and names Tanya and Shaq for the couple who she thinks that will last, I guess, outside of the villa. And then the couple who's least likely to last, it is Zara and Tom. Shocker. And, I'm getting the vibe that Zara is one of those girls who dish it but can't take it. So she likes to create the digs. She doesn't like them to come back at her. And now, she's on a full spiral. It's crazy. But I'm here with my popcorn watching. Olivia goes and names the boy who her fam would want her to couple up with. and she chooses Tom. And then in the hut, she's like, Tom has never left my mind. I have no words. Zara snogged the islander most trustworthy, and she snogs Lana, which is a good move. I feel like I would do that. And then the least trustworthy, what a shocker, she blows a kiss to live. Oh my god, could never have called that. Oh my god, here we go. Tom has to pick 3 islanders that would make up his perfect person. Face, Olivia. Body, Zara. Personality, Lana. Yikes. Oh my god, guys. The way I am crawling out of my freaking skin at that moment, I can't believe he did that. I cannot believe he chose Olivia and Zara in the same sentence. Like, choose anybody else. Even choose a friend. Play it safe, dude. You have a firecracker and her name is Zara, and she's kind of like a grenade at this point, waiting to explode. Oh, I don't know if you can hear the dog barking in the background, but that is Stouty, Jasmine's dog. Very cute black lab. And the way that I am here to watch the downfall of Zara, I'm so sorry, that is so mean to say, but I'm so here for it. And, you know, I'm really ready for Sunday's episode. We see Zara freaking out. She's definitely hot-headed. She's definitely now doesn't really care about anybody's opinions, doesn't really care about anybody in the villa. And I think that's not a smart move when you're in there, because you really need allies. This is the Hunger Games, and the last one standing will survive. So I do believe that it is important to create allies. And she's just kind of burning everybody through. If she doesn't like what she hears, on to the next person, and that's gonna get fed up. And honestly, my predictions are that the public will have to vote their favorite, and she's gonna go home. I don't think they're gonna keep her for very long, because even though she is causing a lot of drama and makes for good television, I think it's too hostile in there. I think it's not getting good vibes with the girls. And I didn't even mention this, but I am getting like Mean Girl vibes. I know Lana is giving off a nice girl, and thank God Jasmine's not here to, defend her one true love. But I did get Mean Girl vibes when Lana was on the terrace with the next morning and just saying, like, I ended things with Ron because he wants to get to know Ellie. Like, I just feel so bad how mean these girls are being to Ellie. I don't think they're being welcoming, and Lana especially, because a girl is going to go after a guy. That is the name of the game. You cannot be a bitch to them. And I just feel like she's low-key mean. And no one's really said that. And yes, I'm here. I'm one to say it. Come for me, Lana Stans, aka Jasmine. But I'm here. She's not here, and I can speak how I want to speak. And tonight's episode is all about defending Ellie, my queen. And, I'm just calling those vibes like I see it. And just like Ellie, I say it like it is. Sorry, Jasmine. But anyway, I think that's all for me. And Jasmine, I guess we'll hear her thoughts on Monday's episode when we recap Sunday and Monday. So it'll be a long one. It'll be a juicy one. And thank you all for tuning in to me. I'm very weird being a single host. It's very different, but I kind of enjoy just rambling off on my own in the studio. Except my water bottles haven't been filled, because that's Jasmine's job, and I have day-old tap water, which I'm not thrilled about. But it is what it is. So I'm going to call it a night on Friday. Happy hour. Big dinner ahead. Gonna get me some Argentinian grill. I don't know why I'm telling you that. It might be you don't care. Anyway, I'll end this. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and it's just Demi, not Jasmine. And thank you all for watching. on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And find us wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover, because we're all here to bond with each other. We're all here to listen to each other's thoughts and bond over the best show ever, Love Island. Even though it might be letting us down, but I have hope that there is going to be juice and drama and everything we ever hope for in the future. So we will see you Monday. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.